no, his lamp of genie. Damn, think these all stole by your trash already. Make wish. Well, am rich already. What not have? Water. Give water. Wow, is actually work. Is work little too good. I can save you, but only as accepting living wage, no slave stuff. Oh, UAE, I think you're gonna have to take this. Only the Netherlands know how to defeat the oceans. We're talking about the flooding of Dubai that just recently happened. Went from having a couple lakes to a whole lot more of them. But the problem is they now can't get rid of them. Sounds to me it might be poldering time, which you will need the Netherlands for that. Very good at those. Honestly, they should have been immediately worried when the genie was from Saudi Arabia. I love jinn lore. They can actually be very scary. Israel, why is your people's cubes is religious tradition that when soon after birth to make the circumcision. Is ready? Oh my goodness. All right, this is actually kind of horrifying. This is not actually the reason why Israel is a cube in the Countryball universe, but I mean, I guess this is one explanation. I don't even really want to think about this anymore. Okay. OMG, what do they do to Nepal then? They absolutely have to have it 10 times worse. I mean, they can't even speak. They just say rawr. The real reason they're a cube though is because of Jewish physics, and I'm gonna just continue to think about it like that because this other way is a little horrifying. Nowadays, weed is legal in Germany. Can't wait to celebrate 420. Oh wait, maybe not. Gotta kind of read the fine print. Or maybe not the fine print of the law, but the fine print of the day. You need to know your history about the day of April 20th. That is the same day as the birth of a former German leader / Austrian painter. And you definitely can't celebrate that in Germany, which is kind of hilarious now if you think about it. Germany can participate in the ganja festivities, that is 420, because it's legal there now and everything. But just be careful the way you celebrate it, because you don't want people to get the wrong idea. I swear, there's like millions of people that learn this fact every year on this date, and they kind of learn it the hard way too. Hell yeah, I totally crushed all my courses this year. Me too, says France, I'm assuming. And me, says Germany. Now we'll have no problems getting into the same university. Meanwhile, this country ball, looking at his grades, he got a B+ in art. B+? Oh no. I wonder what it must be like to be an actual art student living in Austria. Like, does everyone just jokingly say, well, if this doesn't work out, I did want to get into politics. We were just talking about the skinny mustache man earlier. It's funny because he probably also got something along the lines of like a B+. Famously, it's not like his art was bad per se, but it definitely wasn't good enough to get into the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna. And ultimately, that's yeah. I feel like just to be safe, if I had an Austrian friend that had a similar situation, I would just give him my acceptance letter. Like, for the world's sake, we don't want to take any more chances. Alright, there indeed seems to be something strange in this neighborhood. Oh, this is Mexico and Canada as Ghostbusters. Ay madre! It's the ghost of the gringo racista. According to my readings, he died in 1865. Let's get rid of him, says Canada. Stop the frick right there. What? You can't pretend he's not alive just to deny him the right to live. Don't you see him moving right there? Wait, look, Mexico. He's starting to possess him. Should we kill him? The ghost? No. I can already feel the Holy Spirit entering to bless the Union. I must go back to 1864. Do you want to call the Vatican for el exorcismo? Yeah, it's too early for this. Want to eat some desayuno? Crap. I think I'm pregnant. Man, I have so many questions here. Definitely another comic about the Confederate States of America, or the South during the Civil War, re-entering and possessing the body of modern America. Really love the idea of Mexico and Canada working together to be Ghostbusters, though. Or maybe I should say Lifebusters. That's an interesting way to put it. Watching out, Princess Lithuania. It's the TIE Fighters. This is Rassus, and you know it. Oh, that's Thailand. That's a very different TIE fighter than I was expecting. Is this what George Lucas meant in Star Wars? Was this his original idea? He just didn't have the budget back in the day. I like how he's being flown by a TIE plane though too. I feel like that alone would probably convince me to fight for the Empire. Remember, the wings are like that because the fighters are solar powered. The Empire is environmentally conscious, if you ignore any shipyard planet. In a way, they're also environmentally conscious because they blow planets up. It's like the exact same way the Mongol Empire was environmentally friendly by oofing like a third of the population. Whatever the method, we just gotta get these results. We need more comics about Thailand here. And then when teacher come in, here he comes. Good morning. Morning, sir. So let's go ahead and start the day with Who making put spiky on my chair? Oh, that's Singapore. This is actually a country ball geography joke. You need a little bit of knowledge of both to figure it out. The nation of Singapore is always drawn as a triangle. We don't really know why. Something about economic triangle, basically. And because Malaysia is right above them, who is the teacher in that comic, this nation is often thought of as having to sit on that triangle. Since, you know, geographically, that is where they are positioned up here. So the neighboring countries of those two places, the Philippines and Indonesia, they get to watch and laugh at this every day. But the funniest thing about this is, unlike the comic makes it seem, Malaysia kind of did this to themselves if you think about it. They wanted to sit on that triangle because the tiny city-state type nation was let go by the Malaysians. They were forced to get out. This was in 1965 when they were literally kicked out of Malaysia. And still to this day, this nation is still facing the consequences of that action. Yes, talk about a sting operation. Bosnia, we can't keep going like this. Serb just too strong. Got any idea? Oh, I got it. America, who the hell be disturbing me? Oh my god. Massachusetts, Missouri, what happened? I think America's a little confused. Babo, it is Serbia who do this to us. Duh. I'm gonna freaking oof you. Get your butt over here. No! Bosnia and Croatia look on with glee. Is that what happened during the fall of Yugoslavia? Because that would make a whole lot of sense. As we all know, we Americans are not good with flag recognition. Maybe we really did think Bosnia was Massachusetts and Croatia was Missouri. I mean, Missouri's flag's definitely close enough to Croatia, but it's really the flag of our state of Massachusetts that's really similar to the old Bosnian flag. They don't rock this anymore, but they did during that time. So it does check out. USA is a little confused, but he got the spirit. I absolutely loved this comic. Finally explains the NATO bombing. That means that all of NATO was confused, though. That's the only thing. I think NATO, like the European members, they just must have wanted to do it. It was only the USA that was real confused. Ha! Pathetic freaking buffer states. Freaking playthings are to be destroyed. USA and Russia talking about Germany, Ukraine, Poland, Austria. I think that's Czechia back here. Turn around, freakers. We prefer this setup. Yeah, says Russia. This is such a funny one. And it probably accidentally went over a couple people's heads. This is the USA and Russia choosing to look at each other from over Europe. However, they don't technically need to do that since they're right next to each other when considering Russian Siberia and American Alaska. We're always given this perspective as if these two powers need to fight over the middle part right here, especially during the Cold War. Many countries were basically just buffer states, keep the two superpowers separated. But if they both just literally turned around, they would see, wait, they are literally just a couple miles from each other. Like sometimes on a very clear day, you can actually see each other's territory. You need to be on some islands, but there's technically only a 2.4 mile distance away from each other. I love how in reality, both these two just refuse to even kind of acknowledge it. No, but I'm sure this has partly to do with just population density. Most Americans live along the East Coast, and most of Russians live on their west, which borders the majority of Europe. There actually isn't much going on here in Alaska, and probably even less going on in Russian Siberia. That might be an explanation. There's lots, but really funny that we just choose to not have that be the battlefield everything takes place. Surprise attack! It's 1941, and the Empire of Japan and No Germany are starting World War II. Well, that really sucked. From now on, we should be honorable and civilized. Let's just be honest if we want to fight. That's 1946, just after World War II. As URC, have 1,000 tanks on your border. I am denying it for camera, but you have eyes. Expect me February. Okay, that was in 2022. I am attack you in 48 hours. Understood. I am attack you in 96 hours. Okay, see you then. Great, they respond. And that is currently here in 2024. So we're getting better at the non-surprise attack thing. I mean, just 2 years ago, not really, but yeah, we've been doing a lot of improvement. We're talking about the recent conflicts between Iran and Israel and how they've been really specific with their time for attacks, giving info on like almost the exact hour, which is a big improvement to World War II, even though, let's be honest, I think some of these attacks were kind of expected by these countries. One of the most interesting things about the Russian invasion is that if you were paying attention or if you were even watching my videos, you saw it like 2 months in advance. Like it was gonna happen, which is part of the reason why my channel blew up after that whole ordeal. I already had weeks worth of content talking about what was about to happen. Sneak attacks are just not like how they used to be. This just in. Russia invaded Ukraine. Aw, shucks. Alright, everything's all good. Just change that final strip of the Russian flag to this white color. Now he's on the opposition. It's that easy. This is a flag used by Russian anti-war protesters, or any opposition to Putin, basically. To be fair, these people living inside of Russia need to be extremely careful. That's a great way to decline your life expectancy in this country. He's doing anything that Putin doesn't like. I like how he was drinking a McDonald's cup, but Russia doesn't have McDonald's anymore. They had it before the invasion, but they do have whatever this is after after. I actually would like to try it just to see if it's similar. I'm not gonna go there though, but help me! That's Chicago, the Windy City. That's New York City, the Big Apple. That's Las Vegas, or Sin City. And finally, that's Dallas, or their nickname, the Big D. Is that really what the what? There was a musical in 1956 that popularized Big D with a song that Bing Crosby, Big D, little A, double L-A-S, what? Aged horribly. It aged like milk, that nickname. But at this point, it is just way too late to change it. And big thanks to my patrons this month.
Drew, je suis ton père de retour avec le lait, regarde dehors.
DOOCHBAGGINS, Amateur, Archaeology, Carmel Saida,
Ich kann ohne Drecksstimme nicht schlafen.
Fredrik Tibblin, Henrik Hedlund, DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood, JohnDenver, KirinoIsBestGirl, The Mexicans, 760,